This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
Y'all,
Just
this
stop.
is a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Tuesday, everybody. We're already talking movies up here.
Yes.
You guys excited? Oscar noms out today?
I am, yeah.
I'm a cinephile, so I'm excited.
Really?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite movie?
Of all time, The Usual Suspects.
Okay,
Really?
what about this year? Let's keep it relevant.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is by far my favorite. I also love Triangle of Sadness, but I really suggest you see that first one if you haven't.
All right, well, let's stick to the professionals.
Okay.
Oscar noms are out today, and we're breaking down the biggest snubs and surprises. So Michelle Yeoh made history for being the first Asian woman nominated for Best Actress for her movie, Tori, Everything Everywhere All at Once. It led the pack with 11 nominations, so you're not alone in that, Tori. Angela Bassett also made history becoming the first Marvel actor to score an Oscar nod. She's up for Best Supporting Actress in Wakanda Forever. Wow. No surprise here, Brendan Fraser and Kiwi Kwan both got nominated, but some were surprised that Ana de Armas was nominated for playing Marilyn Monroe in Blonde because she got a Razzie as well for that role. Blockbuster sequels scored some Oscar love. Top Gun Maverick is up for Best Picture, but Tom Cruise was left off the Best Actor list. He's a producer on the film, so he's still up for an Oscar technically. Avatar: The Way of Water is also up for the Best Picture, but James Cameron didn't get nominated for Best Director, and why would you? You only made $2 billion at the box office. Let's snub him. Will Smith and his movie Emancipation were left off the list, which is not a big surprise. He's been banned from attending the ceremony for 10 years after slapping Chris Rock at last year's event. I don't know if we need to say that. I think everybody knows he did that.
Right. Well, my question is,
we got it.
Can he not go, or can his movies not be nominated?
No, he can't go for 10 years.
So even if he wins, he can't show up.
Yeah, the Academy banned him for 10 years from showing up.
Yeah, well, that was fairly egregious, but we're not talking about that right now. Tori, what are you thinking?
I'm amazed that Michelle Yeoh is the first Asian woman ever to be nominated for Best Actress in 95 years of the Academy. That's very surprising. I took a really great film class in University of Michigan by this famous professor, and he always says there's movie stars and there's actors. And Kevin Costner will always be a movie star. He'll always be the good guy. You'll never see Kevin Costner be the villain, always, because you want him to be your movie star. So Tom Cruise to me is a great movie star, but not like a fantastic actor, although I do think he carried this year's entirely on the shoulders of his movie. I just don't know if he's there for Best Actor. I think the Academy wanted him to show up at the Oscars, so they had Top Gun be Best Picture nominated.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's always like, what is, and Jeff, you were kind of making a joke, but when your movie is hugely popular, it almost seems like it works against you. Avatar 2, no matter what you say about it, it made $2 billion. Everybody was very excited about Wakanda. I've heard some mixed reviews just from people that were fans, you know. But I look at some of these movies and I wonder, is there a bias between people that consider film anything that isn't liked by the masses? Almost like a chef would say, the average palate couldn't really appreciate this steak, so that's why it's at Outback. I would never eat at Outback. I only eat it's like almost like almost a snubbing of the masses, of us, of what we like. I'm not saying that that's what they do.
No, that's a great
kind of
point.
what it feels like.
I think there's something to what you're saying, absolutely, and history proves that. But I also think there's something to the idea of when you reach for everyone, you actually get no one. And then also a better example might be in the music industry. There's a difference between the Grammys and Billboard. You know, like it's how much revenue, what the numbers look like versus what is going to go down in history as the signature of the culture at that time.
Interesting.
So with blockbusters, like, of course, you're pulling in millions, if not billions of dollars, and you would think that alone would give you enough to win. But you also have to look at how that works. I think whatever the last award show, maybe the Critics' Choice or something, where Chelsea Handler was hosting it and made the comment about how much money James Cameron was allotted by the studio in order to generate a film that could make billions of dollars versus some of these other projects that were allotted less money. and still were able to have a much more a great substantial product. Also, what's the percentage of the revenue based on how much they made versus based on how much they were given? And when you talk about blockbusters, when you have something that's catered to everyone, what is the soul of that movie? You have a cult following versus like something that tests the temperature of the climate.
Mm-hmm. That was a good answer, actually.
That was a good one.
I was like,
yeah, because I was going to say the other side. It's just, you were talking about testing the culture, and we know, like, white Oscars and Oscars so white. Are some of them left off the list because there are already too many other white guys in that category? Like you just said, Tom Cruise might not be a great actor, but he's a movie star. I don't care what you say, he single-handedly brought film back to the theater this year. Right. After COVID, his movie that he chose to say, I am not putting it out on streaming, I'm putting it in the theater, that brought people back in the theater, made them feel safe. I thought he did a great job. I think he should have been up for an Oscar. And I understand the spending. You don't give somebody $1 billion to make a movie unless you think you're going to recoup that. So James Cameron has a big responsibility. You can't just give that money to everybody. He's done it 3 times and made $2 billion each time with that. So not getting an Oscar not acknowledging that you brought movies back with Tom Cruise, you made $2 billion with Avatar 2, not acknowledging that is kind of a big snub in my mind.
Well, I think when you're asking, is this a snub or, a group of people left off the, nomination, who's stepping up for the blue people is what I really want to know. That is something that in the future might be rectified. So James Cameron might be given another opportunity to do that.
Listen, I'm sure someone's going to give a speech about blue people up there. So something's going to happen.
And also, if you know the movie Boomerang, there's blue people.
We'll leave it there.
It's a good movie.
Nobody knows Boomerang?
I heard it was
Blue
great.
people?
No, I know.
Okay, Halle Berry's painting. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate it.
Listen, man, back there. I'm the king of obscure movie references, and nobody gets mine.
And I
I'm surprised I didn't get that one. I feel bad about it, actually. So singer Doja Cat looked unrecognizable and turned heads at Paris Fashion Week. She showed up covered head to toe in 30,000, what kind of crystals?
Swarovski.
Okay.
Every time I see a store at the mall or in Vegas, I'm like, Swarovski.
Swarovski crystals, y'all. She completed the look with a hand-knit skirt made of wooden beads. It reportedly took nearly 5 hours in the makeup chair. Each crystal was put on by hand, but some people online say Doja Cat stole Kylie Jenner's thunder. The reality star was upset that Doja Cat upstaged her lion dress at the event.
Well, I mean, first of all, let's hear it for the red people.
There you go, supporting everybody.
Yes, absolutely. Right. And how you gonna be mad at that?
No.
Like, child,
it was amazing.
30,000 Swarovski crystals. She sat there, and how long did that transformation take? You stuck a lion to your chest.
I know.
Child.
But I mean, my issue with that is I'm like, why were they so close together? I feel like they should have spaced it out so that each one could get their shine.
It didn't matter if Doja Cat was in the balcony or in the rafters. She was going to upstage anything within the vicinity of Earth.
I kind of like the King Jaffe Jaffer she had on. She had a little King Jaffe Jaffer.
My son works?
Yeah.
Dude, remember I told you yesterday there's going to be a reference coming up. I want you to wait for it. That was it. We didn't get to the story yesterday. We're right here with Coming to America.
That movie.
There was a meme about Doja Cat that said it's what your Tupperware looks like after you rinse it out of spaghetti. And I have to be honest, I liked her out. I thought it was rad. Am I wrong?
Who? That was art. Yeah, she was walking
awesome.
art.
You're right. Listen, you're completely right. But enough with that. Like every year, it took 10 years to put on each bead. It's like, I got it. You know what I mean? You look great. I'm like, you look fantastic. But every year someone does this, right?
I think it was just really, really an interesting way of fashion and makeup and movement, and I thought it was interesting.
But she's known for this, right? Yeah. This is what she does, so it's her thing. Yeah. So that's okay. Yeah, the lion was a little weak.
I don't get the lion.
Let's do that on.
I know.
What's up?
Do you like the lion?
Yeah,
we can't figure it out.
I didn't understand it.
Yeah, me neither.
I really
and you
didn't.
had to feel a little dumb. You know what I mean? A little.
Her son being born?
No, Arena walked with the lion in the runway, and Kylie was sitting front row, so it was a little awkward because the two dresses are the same.
It is a flex to have it on before the model has it on the runway, though. I guess.
All right, we gotta go. Coming up. M&M's is trading in its cartoon mascot for Maya Rudolph after getting accused of being too woke. We'll explain. Stick around. Plus, the drama with GMA host continues. Was Amy blindsided by TJ's past relationship? It's a new year and DBL is all the talk.
Let's get it going.
We had a lot to talk about last year.
I'm flexing every day.
And we're not stopping in 2023. I'll see you guys on the flip side.
Okay. We got a 4, 2, 1 countdown. Yeah. Which that's fine.
Did you
it's
say
just
4, 2, 1?
Yes, but what if they did that for NASA? Because they're
and they mess you up. 10, 7. Just kidding. 9. Have you ever seen? During COVID, I watched 6 seasons of The Office, and there's one opening where they all are supposed to jump on 3, and it's classic, but it's 1, 2, and then some people are jumping and some aren't on 3, and they're 3, 2, and then do you go on 3? I know that story was stupid when I started.
That's all right. Well, you committed to it. And
I know, and I'm tired
now. What you want to do when
now.
the story is failing.
I don't know. I see Marcy.
Dig your heels
Marcy going.
As the camera turns.
I got it.
Taylor's I am no longer.
I will say this about movies, and Eric has made the joke about blue people.
What a shame. We have to cut some
I
of these
wonder
other stories
if
short.
when you make a movie that is kind of a family movie where an 8-year-old could go or an 88-year-old could go, that almost kind of hurts you a little bit because, like you said, it's
too broad.
It's so broad.
Yeah.
Whereas
Too
something like The
commercialized.
Shape of Water, which Jeff, I feel like you go to sleep at night hating. With the fish movie.
That was terrible.
That's so niche that it's it gives people an
who
opportunity.
now? Who are the Oscars for? They're not for people.
Right. Yeah.
Are they for the industry? Are they for the industry?
Maybe it's just to pat people on the back. I like that tie, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
it's a
But
good
almost
tie.
who would a Scotch tasting be for? You might like Scotch. People
But
like
then
Scotch,
do we
but
need to
you have to
televise it? Do we
that.
need to televise it?
Probably.
Well, I think the
Probably not.
televising of most of these award shows is the star power, but I understand
If
what
you're
you
snubbing James
performance.
Cameron and Tom Cruise, you're not going to have star power.
No, I understand
That's why he's
that, but I
invited.
also think
Will Smith
that
can't go.
it
I mean-
changes a lot when digital comes into the equation because now we see these people a lot more than we ever did. Whereas before social media and all of that,
Everybody.
And then
doing
after the
what
Oscars,
they do.
I got to read some girl wore a green stupid dress and all that stuff. Welcome back. Who's ready to gossip?
Okay.
All right, this is the Inquirer segment of our show. So GMA 3 hosts Amy Robeck and TJ Holmes are reportedly facing another scandal. So according to a report in a British tabloid, not even from this country, TJ had an affair with a script coordinator at GMA 3 in 2015 who was 13 years younger than him. The tabloid also claims TJ put the moves on another staffer. Meantime, there are tabloid reports that Amy was blindsided by these allegations and had no idea of TJ's alleged past office romances, but other sources claim this is false and that TJ has been upfront with Amy all along. Neither of them have commented on any of this nonsense, and ABC has still not confirmed their fate at the network.
I don't know what to believe, but I'm just going to say this. If I am Amy, girl, deny, deny, deny. You can't say that you knew about what was going on. That makes you a co-conspirator. Have none of y'all seen the morning show on Apple TV? But you can't say you knew.
But what if you said you didn't know? Doesn't that also make you look like you have no idea what's going on?
Well, it's better for your career to not have any idea what's going on and to be
Plausible
like, oh
deniability.
yeah, I think that's totally fine for you to have been shacking up with women who literally just rolled out of the uterus.
Like a zygote. I just have to say, but in my mind, is there any way she didn't know? There's no way she didn't know this.
No, and I would think that.
No way she didn't know this. She worked at the same place. The gossip. We know about, Ira's toothpaste flavor.
Yes, I thought you were about to
You know
start
what I
telling
mean?
real secrets. I mean, we all.
Yeah,
you
no,
don't
that
know
is
what
true.
means
We
here.
do know
We
everything.
know everything. How do you know?
Everything about everybody.
Right.
No.
It does seem like, and just tell me if you think I'm wrong, it does seem like they were trying to start a genuine, real relationship. You didn't get that?
I did. Yeah.
I thought that they were trying to, and if hypothetically he was, it would be incumbent upon him to be, he should put all his cards
I
out
agree
on the
with you,
table.
though.
Like, I was a dirtbag in 1999, 2006.
This is what happened, yeah.
You need to run down all the things, because if you are going to walk away from a potential job, potentially, walk away from your marriage, potentially, and join with this person, they need to know exactly what they're getting, because it's going to be just you two in that lifeboat.
Okay, this is why you don't use the facilities where you eat. Okay, because that is perfect. My husband and I did that when we first got together. Like, listen, I'm no angel, and I know you aren't either. So let's just lay all of our cards out on the table and be 100% woman and man about this. But we do not work together. And this is not conflated with the income and the overall well-being of the home.
Do they technically work together anymore?
They worked together at that point. So you're talking about having everything blown out of the water. Nobody's expecting for people of a certain age to have a squeaky clean past. But don't be bringing that into your career.
I can't believe they did it either, but.
Sorry, I was acknowledging rap because we were a little late on the last one, and while you were doing that, I was like, I got it. Someone else over there, not you. I did notice that, yeah. Look at Jeff, he doesn't care about what Erica says. Coming up on DBL, M&M's is making some changes after getting accused of being too woke. We're talking all about it next.
Nobody wants to pay more in taxes than they have to. That's also the case with the act of filing your taxes. Many companies say they offer free filings, only to later charge a fee. Some social media users complain they hide the completely free options. So let's verify. Can you file your federal income taxes for free? Our sources are the Free File Alliance, the Internal Revenue Service, AARP, and Cash App. The short answer is yes, but how easy that is depends on your income and some other factors. If your household has an adjusted gross income of less than $73,000, then you have the most options when it comes to filing for free. The easiest way is through a partnership between the IRS and the Free File Alliance, a nonprofit coalition of tax software companies that offer their prep services free of charge to eligible Americans. What if your household earns more than $73,000? If you're a senior, then AARP and the IRS have programs to help, regardless of your income. There's also Cash App Taxes, which allows almost everyone to use their software for free. Everyone can also e-file their federal taxes for free through the IRS's website, but you'll have to do most of the calculations yourself. Instead, the IRS offers fillable forms that only do basic math calculations. So, it's true. Most people can file their federal taxes for free, if you're willing to jump through a few hoops. Many of the Free File Alliance companies will also offer to do your state taxes for free if you also file your federal taxes with them, as will Cash App Taxes. Otherwise, many states have free fillable electronic forms, just like the IRS. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Welcome back. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but did the candy M&Ms go too far trying to be inclusive? A lot of folks on the right got upset when the company revamped some of their cartoon mascots, including Fox News' Tucker Carlson, who repeatedly complained they were too woke. Now the company is changing course, and last night Tucker Carlson took the opportunity to celebrate the canceling of the mascots. This is my dream. Like growing up, I'm living it right now.
Right.
Like reporting this news. Let's take a look.
Finally attacking M&Ms.
Yes.
So in its ad campaigns, Mars set about making its M&M characters as unattractive as possible, because when you're intentionally repulsive, it's clear you've got the right politics. So the green M&M lost her sexy boots, the brown M&M her stiletto heels. The orange M&M, meanwhile, became a poster boy for the mental health crisis and would henceforth, quote, acknowledge and embrace his anxiety, because America badly needs more neurotic candy. Then late last year, Mars went further. The company added obese and distinctly frumpy lesbian M&Ms to promote, quote, feminism and body positivity.
So in a statement, the company said they have decided to take an indefinite pause from the candy mascots and introduce a new spokesperson. They say America can agree on the beloved Maya Rudolph.
First of all, shout out to Maya Rudolph. You know, I'm all for a queen, as you know, based on yesterday securing a bag, okay? So if she gets to secure the bag, I'm happy for her. How the M&Ms become politicized? That's all I want to know. Everything is right or left when half the people commenting have to go like this in order to know which one's which. I really don't understand.
Don't look at me.
I'm very.
I mean, it's kind of like when we every season we have to do the war on Christmas. It's what you do. Obviously, in full disclosure, around news time, 2 weeks before Christmas, there's nothing to talk about. So you talk about the war on Christmas or whatever your network does. That's what this is. Fox doesn't have anything to talk about right now. So Trump gave everybody a lot of headlines to discuss, pro or con. When we have something like this, it's just like we have nothing on the shelf. When you look at an advertising campaign, I always look at, first of all, we're not the age demo that M&M is going after anymore. They got our money. We've been eating M&Ms for 20 years. They're going after the younger demo that's 9, 10, 11, 12 that is going to be eating this for the next 30 years. So a lot of those kids do have anxiety, maybe because of school shootings. Maybe those kids do have anxiety because they weren't there for 2 years because of COVID. Maybe some of those kids are overweight because there's an economic disparity and people have to eat horrible food in order to sustain life. So maybe that's where we're seeing that. And the fact that this is coming from Fox News, they have to clean up. They're telling us those shoes are too sexy. Wasn't there a movie called Bombshell about all the things that were going on about? So we know that what they find sexy. The idea that they are the moral authority is shocking. It's enough to make me drop dead. I cannot believe that they have the temerity to do that. But if
not temerity,
God bless them. We are sitting here. Tucker Carlson had a white nationalist writing his script for him, and he's talking to me about moral.
I know that. You know what
insane.
happened? I totally. You may. First of all, I can't believe you again talked that long on this subject.
And I've never used the word temerity in my life.
But whenever you put up Tucker Carlson, the story goes nowhere.
Right.
Because this story is already ridiculous. Right. But if you lead with Tucker Carlson on a talk show like this, you're never going to go anywhere.
Right.
It's pointless because then you're just going to go to Fox News and Tucker Carlson and all that. We're getting off the point that M&Ms are now racist.
Right.
That's what the point is.
And you know what it is, Jeff? It's taking away, just like the war on Christmas, Jeff, it's taking away one thing people like and making it like instead of Christmas, oh, my son's home, now I'm mad about Christmas because you're not saying it. Oh, the M&Ms, I like to have a bag. Me and my wife watch Wheel of Fortune in the bed and eat them. Now we can't because we have to have a discussion. I hope those viewers understand that what they're doing is they're taking away the joy from your life, M&M by M&M.
Imagine the voiceover people. Like, I lost my job.
I know.
We're too woke. We'll be right back. Yeah, we'll be right back.
If you feel a cold coming on, you might take vitamin C supplements like this one to try to keep your symptoms at bay. But a recent tweet sparked conversation online about how effective vitamin C supplements really are. So let's verify. Does taking vitamin C supplements at the first sign of illness help fight a cold? Our sources are Harvard Health, a study published in Cochrane Library, and registered dietitian Mary Eve Brown. U.S. health officials recommend men get 90 milligrams of vitamin C daily, and women get 75 milligrams. That's less than 1 cup of orange juice. Many supplements on the market have dosages closer to 1,000 milligrams, more than 10 times the recommended daily value. And while that amount generally isn't harmful, does it actually help? Verify looked at the results of a Cochrane Library study of 11,000 people published in 2013 that analyzed the impact of taking high doses of vitamin C after feeling sick. The data showed no consistent effect on the duration or severity of common cold symptoms. The researchers also found that taking the supplements regularly, as opposed to when symptoms first start, didn't prevent colds, but they did reduce the duration of a cold by about 10%. Even so, registered dietitian Mary Eve Brown told Verify that high doses seen in supplements aren't necessary for most people.
Just eat your fruits and vegetables. You're going to get enough vitamin C.
So we can verify, no. Taking vitamin C supplements at the first sign of illness won't help fight a cold. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
Classified documents from Joe Biden's time as vice president have been found in his Delaware home and an old office in D.C. Former President Trump is also under investigation for taking classified documents home with him, though he has since claimed he declassified them. Critics of President Biden say that's not a defense he can use here because a vice president can't declassify information. Verify viewer Ray wanted to know if that's true, so Ray, let's verify.
There is absolutely zero truth to that claim.
In 2009, President Obama signed an executive order that specifies who's allowed to classify and declassify stuff. It explicitly gives the president and vice president the authority to classify any document. And when it comes to declassifying, it identifies 4 kinds of people who have that authority. The person who originally classified it, their successor, their boss, or a delegate assigned by the head of their agency. In other words, if the VP originally classified a document, the order gives them explicit authority to declassify it. As for documents originally classified by someone else, the president and vice president oversee all executive branch agencies, so they count as a boss here and therefore have the authority to declassify.
It's been a long-standing practice in the executive branch to say that the vice president has delegated authority from the president and should be treated as pretty much the same. So anything the president can declassify, the vice president can declassify.
The only exceptions are certain information dealing with nuclear secrets, which are governed by a separate law, and any instance where the president explicitly forbids the VP from declassifying a piece of information, meaning we can verify, yes, the vice president can declassify information. But it's worth noting, unlike Trump, Biden has so far not claimed that he declassified the documents found in his home. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back. Check out these amazing products from our friends at Morning Save.
Steph, what do you have for us today?
Hello, Tori, and hey, DBL Nation. We are so excited to show you all the deals today. First up, we've got the MKF collection by Mia K. Salome Large Expandable Crossbody. So this deal includes one bag that's available in 20 colors, Tori. Normally, these sell for $209. We've got it for $29.99. So that's saving everyone 86%.
I love the vegan leather, and I actually love those colors.
Now, our next product, this is super cool. This is the 2-pack Parsecs wireless LED glow lantern Bluetooth speakers. These have 10 different lighting options and last up to 4 hours per charge.
That's cool.
So these are normally $100.
Yeah, I can see that.
But we've got 2 for $39.99, which is saving you guys 60%.
That lights me up inside just like the lantern.
Up next, we've got the 24-pack Gemella in France moisturizing sheet masks. So this deal includes 24 masks to help you get clear, glowy, and natural looking skin. Normally, these are $96, but we have got these 24 masks for just $15.99, which is saving 83%.
Oh, this is fantastic.
I love it. And
Good
I love
price.
the pamper session, so
Me too.
I'm sold.
Pamper session on.
Now, last but certainly not least, it's the 3-pack Acerie Premium Knit Beanies. So this deal includes 3 beanies available in 3 color sets, and you can also choose a set with or without pom-poms, like
cute.
you see here. So normally this is just $60, but for 3,
Right, like
we've
not
got
bad. Right.
$14.99. So that's saving 75%.
Let's tip our pom-pom to that savings. Head on over, everyone, to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or you can scan that QR code. It's right on screen, and it will take you directly to these products on Morning Save's website. Again, Steph, thank you so much. Great prices.
So, Tori, 10 seconds. Any other movie suggestions?
Oh, yes, Triangle of Sadness. It's a little avant-garde, but may I say I was
Very
happy with it.
And
avant-garde.
her autobiography.
Wow.
Yeah.